What's up and welcome guys back to our podcast. This is Drink to a Decade. Today we are celebrating the 10th anniversary of TRON Legacy. I'm Jerni.
As always, it's me, your boy Kay.
Yep. And again, this is Drink to a Decade. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, my guy.
So as you guys could probably know, this is an audio podcast only again.
Doing it twice. This time it's my voice you get to listen to.
Exactly. This is our last podcast of 2020. We've been so swamped with the holidays and everything, so that's why we haven't been able to do video. But you guys are gonna get the same kind of content, just not our beautiful faces, but you'll see our beautiful faces next year.
2021. Hopefully it's a better year, guys.
Hopefully. This has been a tough freaking year.
This has been the longest quick-ass year I've ever fucking felt.
Right.
It's just so dumb.
It's so dumb. But all right. So when we made the list for this year of all the movies, as soon as we saw
TRON Legacy, yeah.
Also Tangled.
Tangled, yeah. I think those are the two we were most excited about.
You and me were like, all right, I know this is mostly arts podcast, but you and me have to do these two movies. Because when we first met, and we were just watching movies.
We first saw Tangled together, and then we went and saw TRON Legacy in theaters. Yeah, you and I on fucking opening night. We were so stoked.
Hold up, we've known each other for pretty much 10 years now.
Yeah, it's been a while, dude.
Shit, man, toast to that.
Hey, there's the decade.
There's a decade. Drink it away. Yeah, so one thing I do remember is that when we watched this, like you and me loved this movie so much, but your roommate, Pino, he did not like the movie at all.
He's not a TRON fan in any sense. I don't even think Art is, to be honest, either. They say it's Jeff Bridges' worst role, which I fucking extremely disagree with.
Is it because of the CGI that people hate it so much?
And that's something that I did want to bring up too, because that was I think, at least that I can remember, that was Disney's first step into like digitally making somebody younger.
That is probably the first time I've ever seen
that's the first time I can think about it. I mean, clearly it wasn't that great, especially rewatching it. It's better. It's always better in theaters because you get the fucking the definition is much higher than what you get from home video and shit. But just rewatching it at home, like it was fucking cringy just to see Jeff Bridges look like that. Like, it's completely CGI, and
the face was so stiff.
It could have looked real, like there were points, but like it was a bad take. But that was just the technology at the time.
Yeah, it was. And then I think the next time I saw like age, there's a name, age regression.
Age regression,
technology.
Yeah.
I think the next time I saw it was Iron Man. I think it was Iron Man, or it might have been Age of Ultron.
Who'd they regress?
Tony Stark. When he did his back, when he was looking back into when he was
no, that was Civil War, dude.
That was Civil War.
That was Civil War. That was Civil War. Yeah.
And you see a younger
Tony
Stark,
RDJ. Yeah.
And then that one was creepy to me.
Yeah. Well, then you get to Captain Marvel with Sam Jackson, and I feel like that
was subtle.
That was that one fucking the technology finally caught up what they were trying to do, and it definitely looked way better than what we've had previously. Yeah. And I think the Robert Downey Jr. one was so weird looking just because it's like seeing him without the facial hair and everything. Something about lips in Hollywood, like when they had to do the reshoots for Justice League and they had Henry Cavill was fucking contracted in the Mission Impossible, so he couldn't shave his mustache, so they had to digitally render that shit like. The whole movie, I was just sitting there, I was like, oh, look at his upper lip. It's just the same thing with Robert Downey Jr. and fucking Civil War. I'm just like, what's wrong with that dude's mouth?
I mean, okay, so why, a little off topic, but why couldn't he just shave it and regrow it? I mean, to regrow
because he was under contract, like.
Was he doing both at the same time?
Well, no, they had finished shooting Justice League, but then Whedon came in and they had to do reshoots while he was working Mission Impossible. And for Mission Impossible, he couldn't shave his mustache.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the original. Let's talk about the original.
All right. Yeah.
The first one that came out was honestly, so again, this is probably the first time they did age regression technology.
Yeah.
Well, Tron, the original, that was their first time truly doing digitally animated CGI, the whole entire thing.
Oh yeah,
and it was weird. It's creepy if you watch it today.
It doesn't hold up as well. And you know what I mean, we were fucking kids, so I loved it. Like I was like, this is too fucking crazy, you know?
Yeah.
The whole digital scape, the grid. You know, Tron himself. It was fucking. I think the fucking what is it? The light cycles are what really got me. And I was like, dude, why don't where are these in real life? I was like, it's the fucking 90s. What are we doing if we don't have these? Clearly, we're wasting all of our technological efforts.
So much. And I mean, I love the concept though of being able to like enter the digital world, because like I fucking love Digimon and entering the digital world.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, it's like Tron.
And all
is
these
like
programs and all this data, it's people and actual things. You know, it's just like it's a whole world of information.
Exactly. They were trying to humanize or make a reality of how the digital world would look like. Yeah. And I mean, completely inaccurate, but
yeah,
but
I mean,
it's cool
especially
concept.
It was like when fucking computers were like first becoming a thing, also. So
yeah,
you know, they didn't know where we were going. I mean, like even like still looking like fucking Back to the Future, a movie that was made. When did 2 come out? In like the early 90s, right?
Yeah.
And it was like 2015, we're going to have flying cars and all this shit. The only thing they got right is Star Wars Episode 7. That's literally the only thing they got right.
Yeah. But so Tron, the original one, like, I love that it was video game based, because they had that Space Paranoid. Yeah. They had Tanks, which Tanks is actually the first video game ever made.
I thought it was Pong.
No, it was Tanks.
Tanks,
because it started off as a military application of how to be able to, it was training for how to shoot down missiles, and that was Tanks, but it was a side scroller Tanks. Yeah. And then they did an over the top one.
Yeah, that's the one I played.
Yeah, and then there was like Space Paranoid. I love the whole video game arcade of it. Yeah. But it was the original movie was just so confusing. I didn't get it the first time I watched it, and then I rewatched it, and it's still confusing.
Kids. We were dumbass kids.
It's
now
so confusing.
I'd like to think that I would understand, but if I'm being honest, it's been probably like 11 or 12 years since I've seen Tron.
Oh, dude, it's not hard to watch. It's just confusing, especially because you didn't know who was the main character. Yeah. You think Tron is the main character because it's called Tron.
It's Tron, yeah.
And but then there's Jeff Bridges,
and
he's the
Flynn,
main. And he's the hero. Yeah. But then Tron's the hero. So and then the chick who was bouncing was the third wheel in all of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta include. There's always got to be that. What is the heroine of the story?
Yeah, but she kissed Jeff Bridges and Tron, but she was Tron's babe.
That's what people were doing in that time frame. Luke was kissing Leia and Han Solo. You know, it was just the fucking thing to do. I guess in the 80s they just considered women. I don't want to say loose. Let's call them strumpets.
You call you a strumpet. Oh, dude. So from the original poster, that shit looked exactly like the Star Wars poster. Yeah. Because you know how it's a lightsaber in the air, and then the girl.
He's fucking standing on and you see the light directly above and shit.
Exactly.
And it looked like it took so much fucking social cues from Star Wars. Which,
dude, it looked like a straight ripoff, the poster. At least the poster.
If you're trying to make some money and you know that Star Wars was a banger for people of all ages, then fuck it, why not rip it off a little bit?
Yeah, well, and then they grabbed the poster and redid it for Legacy. Yeah, and it's the same thing. And honestly, I loved it. I like it. I like the whole idea of reaching up, and it's like a center pillar, and it's like this is your hero.
I guess, uplifting. You know, you're pulling yourself out.
Exactly.
Upward inflection means there's positivity, growth, and all sorts of shit like that they try to trick consumers into believing. But we usually just think it looks dope or it doesn't.
Yeah. So what was your favorite part of the movie?
Legacy or Tron?
No, let's talk about Legacy. Because the original Tron, there isn't really much to talk about.
I mean, And one of the first things that we bonded over with Tron was our mutual love of Jerni, your namesake. Separate fucking ways, man.
Dude, so me and Kaleem have this thing where every time before COVID, we would go to bars and we would hang out and we would like do like request songs on the machine, and then he would be on one end of the bar doing his thing and I'll be drinking on the other side, and then the song pops up, and then I'll look over to him and he's just smiling, shaking his head. He's like, you know what it is, you know what it is. And nobody had that passion that we did for Separate Ways.
Separate Ways, man.
And the soundtrack for Legacy was great.
Legacy was good, and that was there was Daft Punk that got to do the whole thing.
Daft Punk was in the movie too.
Yeah, they were in the movie in the club scene when he's looking for what's his name, Zeus.
Zeus.
And he runs into that other dude. I forget the fucker's name right now, but. Yeah, it was Daft Punk. There was DJing and everything.
Yeah,
and they actually provided the whole soundtrack for the movie, which I thought paired nicely. I think that's actually one of the things. The look, the feel of being on the grid, just the digital environment and everything.
It was super cyberpunk.
It was very cyberpunk, and I fucking dug it. Like, I really enjoyed that whole aspect.
Hell yeah.
And, I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. You know, it's a movie you're supposed to be immersed in the world that they've created for you, and I feel like they did a really good job of doing that.
Amazing job, because like I loved Blade Runner, and then especially the new one, that vibe that it gave out, and like Tron had that vibe with the motorcycles, and then what my favorite part of Tron Legacy was the disc battles.
Oh yeah, with the games. Yeah.
Oh my god, the game.
Yeah,
they
took it up.
Battles
they took it up a whole fucking notch for that shit. Like
all the parkour, the flips, the throwing of the disc.
The 3D environment, you could use the fucking everything. Remember how it fucking flipped on them?
Yes.
It reversed gravity? Yeah.
Exactly. That looked like so much fun. And like Renzel was killing it with the and he had the dual blades.
Yeah, he was the only one.
Yeah. Well, I think I guess in like when it comes to like writing scripts out or whatever, usually villains are the ones that have dual blades.
Yeah.
They're usually it's like their symbol of like, oh, this guy is like dangerous or threatening, and so the dual blades truly brought that out.
Because you can use two weapons at once.
Exactly. That shows lethalness
Blades
if you can
akimbo.
do it. Blades akimbo. So, which one of the games do you think you would have done good at? Cycling,
I'd like to say cycling, but fuck, I don't know. I'm human, so I know I wouldn't be like fucking digitally deconstructed when I crash into a wall. Just fucking lose my shit and maybe break something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would panic if I was like doing the cycling, the light cycling. I would panic and I would fuck up. So I think I have a better chance at the disc games.
I'd just be kicking people's shit. Like I wouldn't even be using the light. As soon as they pulled up next to me, blah, kick it right to the side.
or if possible, use your own disc. It's like so the one that we see young Flynn go up against Clue. Yeah. Dude, Clue was so savage.
Oh yeah.
Like he was like punching dudes.
Yeah, he was just knocking them over. He's being a cheap shit, but I mean that's how I'd fight too, so I can't really fault him.
Fuck yeah. And so the new movie had a lot of like nod back to the original.
Oh, yeah.
It had
everything. There were a lot of homages in there that signified shit from the 80 ones. Yeah.
Yeah. They had the big door in the beginning where it's like, hey, that's a really big door.
You go into the fucking arcade, Flynn's arcade and shit.
Flynn's arcade.
He sees the game, fucking Tron.
Yeah.
And shit. And then of course, they're playing fucking Separate Ways once the fucking power comes back on.
Yeah. What else did they have? All the games are there. The train thing with the cool little like umbrella that pops up.
Yeah.
That was in the original too. Like they put in all of it. Although one add-on that I loved that they did was the light jets.
Yeah, those were dope. Just the whole array of vehicles. Yeah, those weren't in the original.
They weren't in the original.
But I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they modernized it because it's such a long time for technology to evolve from the 80s to what was it, 2010, almost like 30 years or 27 years. I guess they were trying to be.
Yeah.
Chronologically correct in the movie. 27 years. I mean, like technology, look at how much it's jumped from 10 years ago to right now, like just with our smartphones and shit. I can't wait, and I'm hoping that they're actually making the third one.
we've been talking about Flynn's return. We've been wanting it.
Flynn lives and all that stuff that they fucking teased us with.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm excited to explore the universe some more and just see what they can pull out because technology, fucking just in the last decade, it's made leaps and bounds over where we were at.
Oh hell yeah! And I've been so frustrated with wanting a sequel that like I've been low key wanting to write my own fan fiction, and then just kind of just go from there. And just because like if I'm never gonna get a sequel, I'll make my own, and then just have fun with it. And so, but I really loved what they did with Tron Legacy when it came to. So this was a new world because the grid from part one was completely different. It was
a different system,
He rebuilt the grid
and
from scratch.
Brought Tron to the new one and then created Clue to run it.
No, actually, I think he created Clue first and then brought Tron over.
It was one or the other. I can't remember that well.
I think that's what it was. So he built his own system and from scratch using Clue and then Tron to try to like keep everything organized as like because he fights for the users. Yeah. So he was there to make sure that Flynn didn't lose control of the system. And so, like, he built it from scratch, and it's his own, like, little world. And honestly, it reminded me of that episode of The Simpsons. You remember when the tooth spawned a civilization?
When Lisa had that tooth,
and it just kind of birthed a civilization. Yeah. That's exactly what happened because most of the people that were there were programs. They were created by Flynn.
Then they had the ISOs that came out.
Freaking Olivia.
Olivia Wilde, dude. Fuck.
I had an Olivia Wilde face when Tron Legacy came out.
Oh, yeah, fuck. You'd have to be gay just not to. Like, she was so hot. Not to disparage being gay. Even then, like, nobody's that gay that they're just like, fuck, you're not seeing how she's looking right there? Like, she was hot. Of the Olivias, and I'm talking Munn and her, she is the better. Yeah. At least, in my opinion.
And so Olivia did such a good job playing her character. She was kicking ass, but she was also curious. Like, she was great.
She was fucking, because you live your whole life in a system, and especially not in the main parts of it. You know, they're off the grid. They're hiding from fucking Clue, so it's not so that he doesn't gain any more power or anything. So,
and technically, she was Sam Flynn's adopted sister, because Jeff Bridges raised her. There's some
sister kissing going on in that movie. And again, not the Star Wars.
Stepsister.
Not the Star Wars. You gotta kiss your sister. Apparently that's what Disney firmly believes in that now because they've doubled down and bought Star Wars.
Yeah. And then I loved how Jeff Bridges' character was completely different. He was a fucking hippie.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's just his man. I feel like that's his character now that he's old and everything. He was a hippie. Big
Lebowski vibe.
Yeah, but he was a hippie in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 also. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Every time you see Jeff Bridges now, like I don't.
You're messing with my vibe, man.
I just feel like he's an old hippie now, which is cool. Like, fucking Jeff Bridges is amazing. So.
Dude, yeah. I love that he plays that vibe now. It just comes across perfectly. Yeah. But yeah, all of his nods to being a hippie was there. What else? I think we're just burning through stuff because we're just tired and we don't. Art's the structured person.
Yeah, Art is.
He's always been the structured person.
Yeah. We go for freeform.
We freeform.
Art is structured.
We drink and we just kind of like watch things. That's our motto.
Hell yeah, that's what we do. What the fuck else was great about it?
Dude, did you know from the beginning that Renzo was Tron?
No, I mean, like, they have that flashback where they showed when Clue betrayed Clue betrayed Flynn. Yeah. And then Tron's like, go, and he's fighting off, Clue's thugs or henchmen. Oh, henchmen.
That was dude, Tron
he's beating ass. And one dude threw his disc at him, and he caught it, and he was like, I got two now.
And
then you're just like, I see that, and then you see Rensler with his two, and you're just like, okay, maybe.
Actually, the reason I knew from the beginning that was Tron was the little dots on his chest. Because that was in part one. He was the only program in part one that had the three little dots that kind of looked like a T. So when Rensler popped up, I was like, hey, I recognize those three dots.
I don't even think I paid that much attention to it. I was just like fucking enthralled with what I was seeing. This is dope. so I didn't notice those originally.
Well, I mean, I think that's great because it's there for you to look.
It's there, if you're paying attention, it's there so you can put the pieces together. But for the rest of us, we were just fucking like, this is cool. This is kick ass.
This is kick ass. It was a great. I think, and honestly, I think this part 2 was better than part 1.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Because it laid down the foundations, and they just kind of went with it and just really built upon a universe that I really wanted to see more of.
Yeah, which was crazy because if you're looking back at Disney movies and when it came out, when you found out they were doing it, it wasn't like, really, they're doing another Tron? That's like, I don't want to say, didn't want to say why, but it was like there are much more popular movies that they have that they can follow up with. But I mean, I was fucking happy with the end result. Absolutely.
I feel like Sam was the weakest character, though. Even though he was the lead, I felt like he was, because it was all about Olivia and Jeff Bridges.
And Flynn, Sam Flynn.
Sam Flynn and
I mean, not Sam.
Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit.
Kevin,
yes.
yeah.
Kevin Flynn. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, was that Kevin Smith?
Well, I don't know. I was rewatching it the other day. I was like, I don't even remember who this actor was. Like, what the fuck else has he been?
I never seen him in anything else.
Never seen him again. Like, that was his make it or break it role.
He wasn't terrible?
He wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a good actor, but I guess that was it for him. I guess Flynn didn't live.
If there was so say that there's a sequel, what would you want to see in the sequel?
We definitely want to explore the world again.
Do you think? Well,
and
it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be the same grid because
it wouldn't be because it would because of how Legacy ended. They fucking killed
wiped
Clue
the grid
and everything, and he wiped the grid, but he took Quorra with him.
Yeah.
So I would want to see either one thing, them exploring a new, even more modernized grid and bringing fucking programs out, or I would just want to see maybe some corrupted programs that somehow managed to escape, reprogram the fucking the portal, and then wreak havoc in this world. And they've got to figure out a way to stop them because I feel like they're all connected. Once a program gets out, they still have like some kind of connection to machinery or just the things that we lived in. Yeah, the internet and the fucking just data is so ingrained in every fucking thing that we do. There's a lot that you can build from there. I mean, you can have you can go the whole classic world domination T-1000 Terminator fucking shit.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Wait, so we saw why ISOs were so special in the grid because they were basically the humans of the grid in the way that he was able to like repair her by just taking out the damage code.
Yep.
How do you think ISOs would be like in real life?
And that's something that I actually thought about a lot. Like I still don't have a clear answer because when Flynn and when both Kevin and Sam went to the grid, they were still human, although they were digitized. But when they got hurt, they fucking bled. They were bleeding. Yeah. So what I always wondered is like, well, if she gets hurt and she's in the real world, is it just like digital shit? Can you take her to the doctor and the doctor just freaks out like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. You got a lot of shit I've never seen. Oh my God.
Can you stick a Type-C USB cord up her butt and then reprogram her?
Can you just, can you factory reboot or,
she starts acting up and Sam's like, all right, I'm going to turn you off today.
You just got to format her, What do you got to do?
Reformat her. She's acting up today. Or he cheated on her and he wipes her memory.
Yeah, like.
A 24-hour backup.
You got to be crazy to cheat on Olivia Munn, though. That's
most definitely.
Olivia Wilde, not Munn.
Munn, that's a whole different person.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. So I'm gonna give you my fan fiction idea of what the sequel would be like. And guys, if you're listening to this and you love it, just hit me up. Let me know. Let me know if I should go all the way and write the whole entire fan fiction. But this is what I had planned. I had planned that it would start off with basically, we know that the world got wiped when Kevin Flynn like remerged with Clue. Yeah. The world got wiped out. But then we saw Sam who went and put in a chip and saved whatever was left, and then turned off the system. So what I want to do is basically I want to kind of continue from there, but maybe 5 years later, continue from there. And this time, basically, we have Dillinger, the guy from part 1, and his son also works for them. So I wanted to do a thing where basically the old Dillinger comes back along with his son, and they both literally do what they did in part 1 and steal the grid from Kevin and from original Flynn, and they made their own grid. And Sam has no idea that this happened, but then he ends up finding out during their own release. He was like, "Fuck, these guys stole my dad's idea and created their own grid." And then this is where the whole concept comes, where we get programs trying to come into the real world, and things start losing control. And that's when Sam breaks in with Olivia, uses his chip to upload his dad and fucking Tron, because Tron wasn't really an original program of it. So I doubt he was wiped during the reemergence.
You could have backup copies of the original program with Tron and everything.
Exactly. So he re-uploads his dad along with Tron, and then dives right back in to basically kind of correct the grid that Dillinger started. And then that's when this whole concept starts breaking down, and you go from there, and then just bring back everything. And so we have new different cycles, and then just kind of more modernize it, add a few more new games since Call of Duty's a thing. And then I kind of imagine it turning into what Sword Art Online was. How how they merge all these different games together. And you had Gun Gale. You have the fantasy one, or what is it? I think they're all named after fucking the World Tree. I can't remember its name right now. Oh yeah,
mythology.
It has a bunch of stuff. Yeah. So basically, that's what I have, an idea. Just bring back all the characters and have a heartfelt reunite, reunite with his dad, a heartfelt thing, and that's what I want to do, and then just go from there. How it ends, I don't fucking know. I haven't gone that far, but I do want to bring back Dillinger because that dude was shady as fuck.
I liked the son in part 2 better than I liked the original dude. I don't even remember the.
It's fucking Scarecrow.
Name. Yeah, Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, that's his name?
Yeah.
I've never fucking really picked up his name. But I love
actor.
him.
Yeah,
he's a great actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
But I always forget his name. I'm terrible with names. Always been. Yeah. Only the big name actors is the ones I usually remember. Yeah. But yeah, okay. Well, fuck, I don't know. I didn't plan this far. What else can we talk about this movie? I mean,
we hit all the points, no?
Yeah, we hit all the points.
I mean, we
nerded out with this movie that we care so much about. And we're pretty much at our mark. Yeah. But okay, I guess we'll break from and deviate and just do a year roundup. So we started this podcast off of it was Art's idea.
Yeah.
And he's he just wants to start a movie podcast, and I was like, dude, it's hard to start a movie podcast unless there's some original concept, something that we can build a structure. And he's like, dude, an anniversary, not just a 1 year. Let's make a solid number, and it's
10-year increments. Yeah.
And then we sat there for a whole entire week trying to figure out names. We kept throwing names back and forth, and then on a drunk night, I was like, it just came to me, drink to a decade, because I love the DD format, the kind of
alliteration,
Stan Lee's thing, and I was like, that slides off the drink to a decade, and he was like, we got our name, and then we started it, and dude, it took forever to fucking do episodes.
It did. I mean, when we got a little, boost because we were all fucking not doing shit when everything started going down this year.
It was hard to keep a schedule too, though, because we were doing our best and it was hard because we want to spread our videos out. Yeah. But this podcast, the authenticity of it was actually celebrating it on the day.
On the day of. It's reliant on the day of release for the original content.
So it's a bitch and a half when there's 3 anniversaries in 1 week.
Yeah. That's when we picked and choose some and we split up. I did did some with her. You did some with her.
Yeah.
That fucking Pinot do something with her.
No, Pinot.
No,
he backed
Pinot.
out.
Pinot
And then
bitched out.
He bitched out. And it was a Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
He was supposed to do Scott Pilgrim, and then he was like, I'm not, and it's okay. It's like he was still here.
Yeah.
And he was just we'll eventually get him on.
Yeah.
So next year, bro, oh my fucking God. Like, so me and Art are doing the list right now. And we're trying to be a little bit more thorough of picking up all the good movies worth doing. Yeah. But it's hard because, like, I think we have nothing for April and March.
Yeah.
So Art's currently trying to find some at least legit movies to do because there are movies.
Yeah,
there
are movies, but you know, there's the
doing.
seasons where they come out where they go for an April and March, sort of that lull. March and April and even May are sort of that lull right before you get to the summer blockbusters.
Oh,
you
yes. Know? Yeah, and that's exactly what happens. So next year, dude, we have movies where they share the same day.
Oh,
the anniversary. And you can, and he was like, oh, we'll pick the better one. And I was like, we can't. Because there's one, which I think one of them is Lord of the Rings and another big blockbuster.
God, I fucking hate Lord of the Rings.
I know you hate Lord of the Rings, but we cannot do.
Yeah, you can't not do it. All the fucking
it's
Middle Earth nerds out there.
hey, they're gonna be. Hopefully, they're gonna be listening to it. So let's not bash them. So I can read the list so far. What we have. This isn't the indefinite list. There's a few other movies we need to throw in. Some we need to take out. But for January, we have Donnie Darko. That one for sure. We're locking down. Donnie Darko is going to be my friend Matt. He does another podcast called That's Life. Yeah. He's a great podcaster. So you'll probably do it with him. You guys mesh real well.
I'm all about it. And I've got some things to say about Donnie Darko. Why is it so confusing? Why? Yeah.
And then the next one for January is 101 Dalmatians.
With that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
my boy Pongo and Perdita got all them puppies.
Bro, it's one of the cutest Disney movies out there, man.
Can't wait for the live action with Emma Stone as Cruella de Vil. This should be fucking
live Emma Stone.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that.
She would be dope. February, we have Silence of the Lambs.
Oof, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
It's a classic.
And then the next one, which I want to be part. I want to do fucking Monkey Bone.
Oh man, that one might be interesting. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I tried to watch Monkey Bone like a month ago.
Really?
It's a rough watch now.
Really?
Like,
I think it's hilarious.
It took me some time to get through.
Were you high?
No, I was stone cold sober.
It helps when you're intoxicated.
Maybe I should have smoked a J beforehand because that shit was that was a rough rewatch.
Yeah. Oh shit! All right. Okay, and then we don't have anything for March. We're looking for something for March. Nothing for April. We're still looking. If you guys, listeners, if you guys have any recommendations, please shoot them our way. We always take recommendations as a priority. So let us know if there's anything in March and April.
Make sure they're dope though.
Well, okay, but we might have to. We want to at least do one podcast, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We can't do episode in a month. Yeah. So at this point, we'll do anything.
You guys know it's this point. You know what our tastes lie in.
You know our tastes. Yeah. So May, we got Thor.
Nice.
Thor. I think. This might be our first Marvel movie. We didn't do any Marvel movies in 2020, did we?
No, we did not.
No, that'd be our first Marvel movie. We do a podcast.
Our first one. Nice.
Yeah, so that's gonna be great. Disappointing that it's Thor, but okay.
Yeah, if it was Captain America, I'd be like, "Yo, that's Cap. I got that."
Yeah, the next one is definitely you though, because nobody else is gonna want to do it. It's gonna be X-Men for First Class.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, that's gonna be
you're the X-Men guy. You know you're gonna do it.
I'll do it. I can't wait for Marvel X-Men to watch this taste of generic Fox X-Men out of my mouth.
All right, we're on to June. June, we have Clash of the Titans.
Nice.
Yeah, I know you like mythology, so we'll probably do it.
Yeah, I'm fucking with it. I love Clash of the Titans, the original.
Yep. And the next one, dude, it's a pretty big one, in my opinion. Fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Indiana Jones.
Shit. That's a big one for me.
They're talking about making a 5th one too, so that'll be good to go.
It better
5th and final. Harrison
Is Shia
Ford
LaBeouf gonna be in it?
No, I don't think he is. I don't know what the fuck he does anymore, but Harrison Ford's coming back. His old ass is gonna be out there.
I love that. Okay, I love that when they interviewed him at Comic-Con, he was on a panel. Yeah. One of the fans asked him, it was like, "Hey, is your goal in life to reboot or redo all of your movies?" Because he did. He did Star Wars, like Blade Runner, with this one, Indiana Jones, and he's done
Indiana Jones. Yeah, I mean, have him come back and do Air Force One again, and
Jack Reacher or something? Jack Ryan. The Jack Ryan song. But I never got into those.
They're pretty good. I mean, they're like it's like the American James Bond where they change them up. Like Alec Baldwin was one. Harrison Ford. They have the show with what's his name, the dude from A Quiet Place.
Kurinsky.
Yeah, dude, he was from Office. Yeah, dude, he was in the Office.
John Kurinsky. Fuck. Like I said, I'm terrible with names.
Yeah, it's you're in the right place.
Yeah, I'm in the right place. I'm in there. Next movie for June, Green Lantern.
Not nice, but
it is okay. There's a certain charm to it because it's fucking Ryan.
It's Ryan Reynolds.
Maybe we could get Pino finally.
I wanted so much to like that movie because Green Lantern is my favorite DC character, but they just really, if it's not Batman, they just need to get their shit together.
yeah. And so now we're gonna hit July, and this is what you touched upon earlier, which is the summer blockbuster. Yeah. We have fucking 6 things on our list,
Jesus.
and it's gonna be fucking hard,
it's gonna be hectic.
And we're probably gonna have to double drop because the first one that's on the list is Terminator 2.
Nice.
Fucking T2.
Best one.
The one after that is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Harry Potter.
The last one. So that one's on the list. Now, this is where it fucking kills us. On the 19th of July, we're most likely doing a double drop because it's fucking Captain America.
Hey, I'm with that.
And Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Oof.
You can't pick one more than the other. Like, and they're both on the 19th.
You really can't.
They're both fucking epic and great.
Iconic for the times they came out. With Captain America's always tight. Bill and Ted was the fucking face of the 90s, you know?
Yeah. And Bogus Journey was the first one, right? And Excellent Adventure was the second.
Yeah.
So that one we're probably gonna double drop because we can't. And we want to stick to the whole authenticity.
Yeah, on the day of.
So hey, you guys will get a double episode that day. The next one's Spirited Away, which for sure I'm gonna do because I'm a big Ghibli fan. And then the one after that is Hot Shots. We might drop Hot Shots.
I don't think I've ever seen Hot Shots.
Hot Shots is the parody of Top Gun.
Oh, okay. I've never seen Top Gun either, so that's probably why. Tom Cruise.
Yeah, no, but Hot Shots is with Charlie Sheen.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were going to say Rick Moranis. I was like,
no, I think
he did all those.
It's Charlie Sheen. So we might drop Hot Shots, but I know that, Art has a hard-on for Charlie Sheen. Yeah. So I think that's why he wants to do it. August, we have An American Werewolf in London.
Nice.
Yeah.
The better of the 2 American werewolves.
I like the one in Paris.
The one in Paris was interesting.
They showed titties in that. That's why I liked it.
Yeah,
that's why I liked it.
I mean, by the time I saw that when I was 7, I'd seen many a horror movie titties. So, it was just another day in the life of a 7-year-old.
Yep. September. I've never seen this movie. I'm probably gonna watch it this month. It's Citizen Kane.
Never seen it either.
No,
but it is.
But it's supposed to be an iconic classic.
Yeah, it really is.
October, fucking Evil Dead.
Nice.
Yes.
Fucking stoked about that. Hell yeah.
Evil Dead.
No wait, not the remake, right? The original.
The original.
The original. Okay.
Yeah,
the remake.
I'm pretty sure it's the original. I'm pretty sure it's the original.
The remake was great though. It was gory.
I don't remember the remake. I don't think I watched the remake.
No.
I might have, but I might have been drunk. No, another blockbuster is going to be a big blockbusters. November. And there's a bunch of movies in November, and I think we're going to take 2 of them out. The first one is Porky's, which we're probably going to take out.
No.
the next one that we have to do for sure is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So it's like
We get the first and the last.
The first and the last. So we have to do the first, and also because Art's fiance loves Harry Potter, so he kind of has to do it. He's obligated to. The next one is the Addams Family.
Oh, nice! I'm down.
Yeah, and Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I'm super down. Yeah, that's mine. That's
your favorite classic Disney?
That's my favorite Disney movie, bro. The fucking shit.
Overall or classic Disney?
Classic, I guess. Like animated wise, it's that and The Great Mouse Detective because those are my fucking childhood. Beauty and the Beast is just a fucked up story about a kid who got cursed because he didn't let a stranger in his house, and I fucking love it.
You're not fucking wrong.
I'm not fucking wrong at all. That's what it's about, and it's great. Like, just thinking about it, it's like a poor little bastard.
I love the music too. The music was great for that. And then the other one's My Girl, which that one we're probably gonna take off because
Macaulay Culkin one.
I guess so. I don't know.
Have you ever
I put it on the list, and I'm like, I don't even know what
dude, I haven't
is.
seen that shit since I was a kid either.
But we're probably gonna take that one out because we already have too much shit for November. So we'll probably take out Porky's and My Girl. Yeah. December, bro. Okay, dude, December I'm actually excited for because there's a lot on for December that I really want to do. And by the way, Addams Family and Beauty and the Beast are the same day.
That's gonna be
so
fun.
That's another double drop that you guys will get.
That's a whole...
and it's fucking constant because. Oh no, we're taking Porky's out. So the 14th is of November is Harry Potter. The 22nd is Addams Family and Beauty and the Beast. So December, we have Ocean's 11.
Nice.
One of my favorite heist movies ever.
Wow.
Then after that, we have fucking Hook. I'm doing Hook.
Yeah.
If you guys saw it, I'm a big Robin Williams fan.
Yeah, Hook is up there. It's the top one.
It's up there. It's free. I'm excited for that. Then the one after that is the Royal Tenenbaums.
Oof, I love that shit.
I'm a big Wes Anderson fan, so I'm doing that too.
I fucking love that shit with Ben. I mean, just Ben Stiller, fucking Danny Glover, Owen Wilson, Luke Wilson, Gwyneth Paltrow. Such a star-studded cast.
Yeah.
Excellent movie. Excellent. Like, just the fucking scene where Luke Wilson tries to kill himself with that fucking what's that artist's name? Super sad fucking. That song that's playing in the background, it fucked my shit up for a while. I was like, I'm so brooding.
So I'm down to do that one with you. Yeah. Just to have a big Wes Anderson conversation. Talk about Diligent Express. Yeah. The Life Aquatic with Steve Souza.
Awesome.
We'll talk about all that. Now, here's a double drop for December. Clockwork Orange. And Lord of the Rings.
You guys can do Lord of the Rings. I'm down for Clockwork Orange.
To be honest, none of us want to do Lord of the Rings, but we have to. It's an iconic movie. We have to do Lord of the Rings. I mean, I have nothing against Lord of the Rings. I don't. I thought it was a good movie series. It's just
I don't even like the books.
It was just not my sauce because it was kind of like slow and I was
Super
like, dude,
slow.
why didn't you just fly the
so
eagles?
So many plot holes. There's so many. They could have.
I don't know.
They could have. They really could have.
It's probably a story that's for the podcast.
Saved themselves fucking 3 long ass books. Could have flown the eagles.
Flown the eagles, and then that would have solved everything. But yeah, so that's the list we have. Like I said, Art's still researching and see if there's any we missed. Find any that we need to put in for March and April since we don't have any. But that's our goal for next year. There's more because we're barely on. This is episode 12, I think.
Nice.
So we definitely want to pick things up.
We're gonna ramp it up next year, guys.
We keep saying that every year that we're gonna ramp things up.
I mean, we've ramped things up.
But we get life fucking gets us busy. And we have a lot going on. Today we had a giant fucking shoot and we worked all day and here we are sitting down.
Been here 13 hours, y'all. 14 almost probably.
Fuck yeah. Well,
yep.
Well, at least we're having a good drink right now.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Hey.
We got having a nice little drink. And just this is fine. Now I gotta go home and edit this. So I can put it up tomorrow. Well, today for you guys.
You're a real one, bro.
Editing podcasts is not that hard when you've been doing it for a while. Yeah, this is our last podcast. We're gonna see you guys next year. We're probably not even gonna drop other videos either this year. I think we're gonna take the next 2-3 weeks off for Movie Melee, and then just kind of see you guys next year. Well, we're gonna pick things up. We have a lot. We have the merch store now, so we're gonna be dropping some new designs. You guys really don't have to buy any merch. We would appreciate any support you guys get us. That we never really ask for money, and it's like, and if we do get something, we want something for you guys to get something in return.
Yeah.
And honestly, we just want to spread awareness. We want to get more people to help us here in the chat, drop some comments. I mean,
our videos, subscribe,
whatever.
Get the conversation going on all this nerd shit.
No, let's do our podcast. Give us a reason to do more of this, or at least, but more importantly, we want to get a bigger fan base of people who are willing to watch our videos, because we want to eventually start doing other stuff apart from reviews.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna start doing fan films soon.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring House of D back, but we might at least a reunion episode.
I feel like we should just do something else and then have just an homage of House of D.
If you guys don't know what House of D is, if you don't know what House of D is,
you don't need to know.
You do not need to know.
You don't need to worry about it.
But if you dig it up, kudos to you. If you bring it up to us, we will probably kill ourselves, because I'll kill myself. I'm embarrassed of that shit.
Yeah, it's kind of cringy.
It's very cringy, but for some reason people love it.
Yeah, it's the cringe that gets them. It's like watching The Room, just like, oh, it's so terrible, it's good.
Is it at the same level of no? We're not at the Room's
No, we're
level.
not at that level.
No, we're not at that level. Toys was a little
People
cringe.
have actually.
Toys was a little cringe, but
yeah. Oh, that accent was hard to. I'm shitty at accents.
You did a Jamaican accent. Well, we're gonna say we want you guys to have a great holiday, a great year. Let's cross our not even cross our fingers. Honestly, things are gonna get better. I think we already hit rock bottom, and now we're just slowly climbing up. Things are slowly getting better. They really
are. We'll see how the next couple of weeks goes. The world doesn't end, or fucking I don't know, some other plague doesn't come out. We'll be in tip-top shape. I think. We'll get back to it next year with everything that we want to do.
If not, you guys can always join us here and just have a drink with us and get fucked up to try to forget everything going on.
Oh yeah, that's the best way to do it. Alcohol is through the roof during the pandemic, y'all.
Remember, buy Neft.
Buy Neft.
You help us. You help us pay the bills because we work for them.
Neft vodka, y'all.
Well, you got to be 21 and over, right? All right. So shout out to Kid Critic. I know you're not old enough.
Drink
thank
responsibly and also of age.
Of age.
That's what we have to say.
We have to say.
We have to say that. I mean, don't let us tell you how to live your life, but drink responsibly and of legal age.
Guys. Yeah, please be careful, be safe.
We're not.
Drink Kool-Aid.
I don't care.
Drink Kool-Aid. just get a sugar rush and crash like we all do. It's the same thing. You wake up with a hangover, just like you do with
diabetes.
Diabetes.
Some dude telling you they're gonna take your foot.
Well, fuck. There you go. Well, that's our show. That's our episode. That's our year. And you know what? Thank you. I know Art's not here today to kind of express this, so he'll probably do it in another video. But thank you guys for all the support you've done. All of you guys that listen regularly.
We appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah, we do this mostly for you guys because we love that you guys actually watch and listen to us, and we appreciate that. We do it for you guys. If not, we would have quit a year ago.
Oh yeah,
YouTube is hard. They purposely make things difficult.
It's a slow grind with that bitch.
Yeah, man, we don't have the money to pay for ads and all the other things or promote or whatever. But yeah, we'll figure it out. We're gonna get there.
One day, yeah, we're gonna be chugging along, and then we're gonna blow the fuck up, y'all.
Fuck yeah. Well, guys, this was an episode about Tron Legacy, but hey, cheers. This is for the 10th anniversary of Tron Legacy. And also for 2020.
2020, putting a wrap on this dirty bitch.
Let's get a wrap on this dirty bitch. So, I'm Jerni.
As always, I'm the illustrious Kay.
Yep. And thank you for joining us, a Drink to a Decade podcast. Make sure, you follow us. And you know what? We're going to see you next year. And remember, guys, we drink. No, our title's weird. It's a weird sound.
We drink and we know things.
We drink and we watch things.
Oh yeah,
we watch things.
I'm thinking of Tyrion.
We watch things, but we like this.
Yeah,
we like this.
Yeah.
Well, love you guys.
Good. Happy holidays and Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. Bye, guys.
Wait.